Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, wondering why the lifeguards never showed up as I sit, alone, on the bitter beaches alongside Perfidious Manor, in Darkest Dungeon. We were down in the cove and things went wrong and no help came. There was no one there to save us. Which means now we're stuck here with an absolute magnificent truckload of stress on a couple of our troopers who have since freaked right the hell out. And we're just gonna have to wait for Michael Newman to come along and make short work of the bloated, swollen bodies, as Michael Newman is wont to do. Nobody can get rid of a waterlogged corpse faster than Michael Newman. But even if he does come do that, it's not gonna erase the memories of what I've seen. These memories are gonna haunt us. Because the Cove, man, I'm not sure we're ever setting foot in the Cove again. Or at least not with a low-level team. Because Stress Wave is just absurdly dangerous to troopers without stress resistance. And at low levels, we don't really have the overpowering offense to instantly one-shot those pelagic shamans. So maybe it's a place best left avoided for now. The Cove at low levels is how I imagine the world would be if Hasbro made Tickle Me Elmo dolls out of pure nitroglycerin. Sure, you can get one, and sure, you can let your kid play with it, but it's probably not the best idea, and cleanup is really gonna be a bitch. Interesting fact, by the way, I bring up Michael Newman, who was a character who played a character named after himself in Baywatch. I never really understood that. That actor's name is actually also Michael Newman. But a little known fact, he was actually cast to be the original person who played the cleaner in the Bridget Fonda movie from the late 80s, early 90s, Point of No Return. Originally, that was supposed to be Michael Newman, but no. They were like, you know what? He's not famous enough. Let's get somebody better. And then they got Harvey Keitel, and pretty much everyone agreed, oh, you know what? We've made the right decision. Probably not true, but I don't know enough about the real history of Michael Newman to make an adjudication one way or the other. What I do know about Michael Newman is the reason he got hired on Baywatch is that he was the one member they could find who looked worse than David Hasselhoff with his shirt off. Kill the Necromancer's Apprentice. Well, I mean, it's a plan, and it's a plan I don't hate. Do we want to get rid of Wash and Lori Grimes? They're all freaking stressed out. Didn't we spend money on skills for them? We did, though. We already have an not insignificant investment in these. All right, I suppose it's worth paying for stress relief. Let's go take care of that. Wash, okay, Wash doesn't have anything that he won't do. What's cheap? Peace through meditation. Well, you're probably religious. Let's have you go meditate. That's going to cost us 1,000 gold. Ouch. That's a lot. And then I think you only drink, right? Oh, you don't really care what you do. Well, guess what? What you're going to do is drink because it's the cheapest. So get on the drinking. Enjoy a little bit of a tipple on Perfidious Pete. And in the meantime, we got to figure out what the hell we're going to do here. Can we kill the Necromancer's Apprentice? You know, I kind of feel like maybe the answer is maybe. Brody, what disease do you have? You got rabies. What if we went with our patented mark them up and burn them down team? Henry Blake? No diseases. Do we really think they have what it takes to bring down the Necromancer's Apprentice? They've got a lot of catastrophic damage, and they've got it in spades. The problem is, if we don't get off really fast, we're not going to be able to hit the back rank. And that's a problem. We don't want to have to waste all of our bounty hunters' attacks chewing through undead. No, it really seems like we'd be better off with a team that has more versatility in where they're capable of striking. Or a team that can just reliably hit the back row, which means we need some other variety of mission. Is there any other medium-length mission? We got a short. We got a short. We got another. Do I want to say I'm never going to the Cove again and then immediately go to the Cove? Hell no, because we can go to the Warrens instead. Yes, please. That's exactly what we're going to do. So let's grab Nicholas Brody. Grab Cousin Matthew Crawley. We're going to get old Severus Snape out here. Do we want to rock with the Henry Blake, or would we rather go with the Primrose Everdeen? We could go either way on this one. I'm not appreciative of the fact that we're going to get 2 portraits out of this, but it is a mission we can do. Let's try the Houndmaster. The stress relief, it's going to pay some dividends, I hope. Honestly, what we should do is then we should switch you guys in 3 and 4, because the Houndmaster, if we're going to not have him using his cudgel weight, doesn't need to be anywhere near the front of the party. Yeah, all right, trinkets then. Let's unequip everything. Severus Snape, you're getting Junia's head. That's an absolute must-have for you. What else do we want to give you? Well, there are options. I like the bonus debuff skill chance. That's probably what we're ultimately going to go with. Yeah, there's nothing else that really strikes me as a must-have. So the debuff skill is fine. Houndmaster's Whistle for our Houndmaster. Anything else we want to rock with you? Blight Charm. Blight Resistance is not terrible, but I don't like the dodge penalty. Healthstone, not terrible. Dodge Stone. Oh, it's a damage stone. Bonus damage for a penalty to dodge. Which, you guys, what's your dodge like? You got a 5? We might go with the damage stone. Just take a tiny penalty to dodge. Or rather, well, I mean, basically we're eliminating our chances of dodging. But I don't necessarily hate that. Is there anything else we might want to go with? Nothing that gives us a disease resist penalty. Hell no. -2 dodge for blight resistance. Not that useful. Debuff skill chance. We really don't have much else. Blight resistance and disease resistance for a speed debuff. In this case, I think the answer is yes, because what we would like is we would like to get Matthew Crawley's speed lowered so that he doesn't outpace Severus Snape and Snape can mark for him. I don't hate that plan. Also, you know, just disease resistance. We're going to get some blight and disease here in the Warrens. Is there anything else we want to go with? Let's go... Here, we're going to give you the penalty to dodge, and then can we give you anything else that might be useful? We could trade 1 speed to get our... You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's take +10 damage, and then we'll trade the dodge we got off to put ourselves back at neutral dodge. So effectively, we're trading 1 speed for 10% damage with this combo. I can deal with that. That seems reasonable. So we are trinketed. Let's provision. Don't forget provisions, Pete. We're going to need them. We're on a medium mission here. So let's take... Do we want to take a full 2 stacks of food? We may as well. 2 full stacks of food. Probably a little wasteful. I'm going to take 3 shovels. Now, you know what? I'm taking 4 shovels. I'm always terrified about running out of shovels. Torches. This is a medium dungeon. We're going to take our patented 14. We are going into the Warren, so I want 1 anti-venom, 1 bandage, 1 medicinal herb, a key, and I believe that's going to be it. And this time, we've got a Houndmaster. I'm going to try to remember to use my dog biscuits. That's the mantra that's running through my head. Use the biscuits, Pete. Feel the biscuits, Pete. Use the power of the biscuits. Feel the biscuits stretch out from you as they go, like a million voices screaming and then falling silent. Am I getting too Jedi for you, Pete?
But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Well, if anybody's going to slay anything fast, this team is sort of the team to do it. So we got to complete 100% of room battles. Scouting is going to be very important if we want to try and keep our stress manageable. We have immediately stepped face first into a trap, but Henry Blake, avoiding the plot trap, not getting killed in a helicopter crash off scene. Pack contains loot. I'll take your torch. We didn't bring a holy water. Do I want to touch this pile of bones? Well, Brody's already diseased, so why not? Nothing of value that remains. Okay. That was a risk, but an acceptable risk considering we already had a disease anyway. We're already rabid. Okay, no room battle here. Room battles are actually what we're looking for, so we want to try and maximize our pathing while minimizing, so we could avoid this hallway fight. We go this way. I mean, I wouldn't mind touching these curios. We have to do the room battles anyway. This is what brings us here. We should try and do all of the room battles, but also maximize the number of curios we're able to pick up. Stashed heirlooms? Hell yeah, we'll take it. Although it's only 1 portrait, so not a huge advantage for us, but it's better than nothing. And since we know this hallway, we know there's no fighting in this hallway. Let's keep our light level low and see if we can't up our chances for a little loot. Oh, come on, dog. We got medicinal herbs. Don't go digging around through a pile of corpses, Snape. Nothing but rotting bodies. You know what? You got lucky. This time. 90% chance for a trap disarm. We'll take the stress relief. Little bit of stress taken care of. We're going to bump our torchlight before we go in this room. Let's get it back above 75. 85 is good enough to give us every advantage we need. Let's wreck some shop here. We got surprise, which I'm not a huge fan of. Snape! Ah, come on, dog. We need the... All right. Well, let's try the flashbang. We got the stun, which is, you know, it's something. You guys keep beating Snape on speed rolls. Could you not do that, please? All right, let's look and slice. We are going to try and kill one of these guys, and now that we've got him to the front, it's too late to really do anything about it, except have Snape stab him in the face and then have a dog bite him. But we did get him. Left his corpse bleeding. We also pushed some of these guys back, which I don't think this guy can throw hook 'em where it hurts from the 3rd position. That's very good for us. Stress attack there for Henry Blake. He resisted. That's a debuff, rather, but he is marked. Severus Snape immediately takes a hook hand to the dick. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, mark this man. Well, we can't really hit that guy, can we? Hook and slice, then. Pull him to the front. Our mark synergies are not working as well as we might like. Let's go for the target missile. I mean, this guy's... You know what? No. Just chew his face off. If we get the 2 stress units, we'll worry about marking what's left. Once these guys are dead, then we'll worry about marking, except for Snape, who's going to try and patch his junk back together. Gonna try and stitch up his own severed scrotum. Let me tell you, that's a son of a bitch. Back-to-back criticals? We took more stress from the criticals than we did from the stress units. Severus Snape getting whacked in the face and taking a stun. Now's the time to start throwing some marks around. Let's get that guy marked up. We're going to hit him with the Hound's Harry. 13 damage for the Swine Chopper. We also put the bleed on him. And then I think we'll just see if we can finish him. 7 damage. Not going to be enough. Even with the bleed, we're not going to get him. We take another hook where it hurts, but this one fortunately did not critical. This guy has wrecked our shit. The ball and chain. 3 damage. That's fine. We're not going to get back-to-back stunned. Our resistance should keep us safe. Another hook where it hurts. And another fucking critical. Okay, beautiful. This is fantastic. So, could you please kill this man? We've had enough of his shit. He's single-handedly destroying us. Snape with an 11-point heal. Well, it undid the damage we took from Johnny Jackass here. Could you please stun that piece of shit? Push this man all the way to the back, which means we can't hit him, but I don't care. This guy is the man doing all the damage. We need him dead, so of course we missed. Ball and chain once again for Severus Snape. Takes it to the face yet again, and yet again is stunned by the shot. One of the corpses has rotted, which means you're going to... Well, I was hoping we could kill you before you had a chance to go, but... Did not mean to do that. Okay, could we maybe just not be idiots, guys? Let's stop being stupid now and try and kill some stuff, okay? Everybody just stop being idiots. I was going to say we can't afford to let this guy swing at us again, but why bother now? The harm, damage is already done. Snape's going to heal himself. Big ol' 15-point heal. That's patched Snape fully up. Let's go, Cry Havoc. We might as well take the stress relief while we can get it. It's not a huge amount of stress relief, but it's something. And then Matthew Crawley with a pointless late-game critical that gets us naught but some stress relief. And honestly, still glad to have it. Curio. Okay. We can throw some medicinal herbs at this, get a little extra food. Which is good. We're going to need it. 10 food and 100 gold. So a net loss from a gold perspective, but this will allow us to gorge. And at this point, we could sort of use a nice gorging. Onward and upward. A lot of dungeons still left to explore. We got the time. Got a hunger prompt. That's fine. We'll eat the 4 food. We've got plenty. Even though we just ate all the food we found.
Surprising. These tunnels
Should we have gorged? Well, we gorged and then gorged again. We're coming at this from the Roman perspective. We'll be like, after you've gorged, you know, consider gorging. Nothing quite as good as a good gorge. There's nothing quite like a good gorge. So we're going to try and stun the stress unit. Perfect. Crawley gets off. Snape win a speed roll. No, but we can still target it. You know what? Target that man up, Blake, and maybe, just maybe, Nicholas Brody can cut him in half. We're going to go for the Abyssal Artillery here. 7 damage. Not as much as we might have liked, but it's not nothing. Comes the Drums of Debilitation. That's marking a debuff. What's the debuff? Take a small dodge penalty. No big deal, and Nicholas Brody bringing the bang. The mark is less fortunate, because these guys do get bonus critical against marked targets, I believe. But the dodges, though. Comes another Drums of Debilitation. We did not dodge that one. We'll take the debuff. We might be able to kill this man. You know what? Just go for the hack. Came up 1 damage shy, which is a little unfortunate. How do we want to handle what's left? I think we just bite this man in the face. Let's see if we can't get lucky with a Drums of Debilitation to finish him. We'll have Matthew Crawley take the kill. That's one muncher that's not going to be swinging at shit. We dropped the Abyssal Artillery. Didn't quite get as much damage as we needed. We would have needed a crit, really, to get the kill. Took a blight from Matthew Crawley. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and finish off the stress here. We're going to try and get a heal here. If we can, because we're blighted. Snape taking 7 and also taking a blight. Man, that sucks. All right, pull this guy to the front. The hook and slice will not kill him. Also will not move him. We could use an anti-venom here instead. I think we go for the flashbang and see if we can stun this guy. Good. That'll buy us enough time to get off at least one heal. If our choices are heal Snape or heal Brody, we're going to have Snape heal himself. And then maybe we can get off like a little stress relief. This guy's stunned, so we can do whatever we want. Let's go ahead and mark him. Mark missed, huh? Okay, sure. Stress relief then. Matthew Crawley feeling a little faint. We'll have him throw another flashbang because he can, and this costs us nothing. We're going to have Snape throw the heal, and then we're going to kill this man at our next earliest opportunity. A little weird reconstruction. Healing him up for 8. That basically undoes the blight. That man is unstunned. Now we just need to win a speed roll and kill him. Which we did, and you're done. You've got to be shitting me, Blake. Now we're going to get a stackable blight.
In a single strike.
Well, we managed to resist the follow-up. Well, at this point, just kill him.
Annihilated.
I'm sitting here dinking around. We should just kill the man, Pete. Stop pressing your luck and trying to get every advantage. Just murder him. Sometimes murder is the proper solution. 2 deeds, fantastic. We need deeds desperately. How big is your blight? You got 1 more damage taken. You know, okay, so both of you guys have effectively 1 more damage worth of blight on you. That's a reasonable level of blight. I wouldn't mind picking up these curios, but I'm not sure I want to backtrack for it. We don't necessarily need to go to this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's hit hooks. Little stress relief. Who needs it? Matthew Crawley's got the 90%. We'll take that 8 free stress. Another pile of bones, but hey, we have holy water now. Is this how we want to use it? You know what? Yeah, I think so. Snape, what? I think this is one of the ones that gets rid of a negative quirk. Fear of Unholy is actually quite... You know what, Snape? Drop it. Throw the holy water in a pile of bones. What do we get? Okay, just some gold. But still, hey, gold is gold. 500 gold, I'll take it. I'm never going to say no. We've already been in this room, so we know we're not looking at a room battle. And now we're just going to immediately backtrack over our own steps. Which generated a hallway fight in our absence. Just what we wanted. Well, you know what? If we're going to have to take this hallway fight, we'll just go around. If we're going to have a hallway fight, we may as well go back this way, circumvent, take this hallway fight, and save ourselves a shovel. You're going to force me into a hallway fight, Darkest Dungeon? Oh, that's fine. I'll take your hallway fight. You want to fight in the halls, bro? I'm an inveterate hallway fighter, man. You know how many scraps I got through back in the day in high school? None, really, because I didn't like the fist fight. I was like a total super goody two-shoes nerd back before I became evil and corrupted. I'm the kid who had perfect attendance. That's your Perfidious beat. Yep. The kid who had perfect high school attendance, as if it was going to win me some sort of award or prize. Turns out, no, I just never missed a day of school. Except for, like, the skip days that were sanctioned. But other than that, 2 of my 4 years in high school, perfect attendance. What can I say? I'm a super dork. Okay, so let's flashbang this man, if only for the stun. And also, the move is important. And now I think is the time for a little dog biscuit bite. And we've got the stun on this man. Let's go for the bite while the biscuit is up. We could have also marked and had one of the bounty hunters go for the kill with the bleed, but honestly, my goal is to try and remember to use the damn dog biscuit. And for once, I actually remembered to use the damn dog biscuit. A little stumbling scratch. Matthew Crawley with a surprise dodge. And we're going to mark one of these guys. I will forego 1 turn of offense to get my mark down. We're going to get way better damage against the marked target. Might as well just go ahead and finish this guy off. Even though he was stunned and we could have just let him stand there and bleed like we were stealing a line from Tombstone. We don't necessarily need to let him stand there and bleed. Comes a Ren for the old gods. Okay, Brody takes 3. Managing to stave off the bleed. We should have put you back in a 3rd slot. You know what? Let's go ahead and have you toss a mark on this one. take the critical, got the debuff, and some nice stress relief from the crit. Nicholas Brody hewing off the head, and this man is all but doomed then. In fact, he's not all but doomed, he is doomed, and we're going to pick up Jade, an extra shovel, and 25 gold for the trouble. And we can use that shovel to dig him a grave. Are we going to dig him a grave? No, we don't have that kind of time. We're just going to leave his body to rot in the sun. Not digging that man a grave. What do you ever do for me? He wouldn't dig me a grave. He'd just leave me to rot in the sun. Or just leave me staked out for the crows. He's actively trying to stake us out for the crows. We haven't been down his hallway, by the way, so we have no idea what to expect. We're going to want to keep our light level high in case of hallway fight, which we did encounter. But also got surprise. Beneficial. Let's go for the stun here. And then if we could combo the mark, there it is. All right, drop the mark. That's going to give us 2 guys with an opportunity to get off on a marked target. And we're not even going to need a second one, because it turns out when it comes to marked targets, we only need to get off once. Would we go for the bite? Yeah, this man only has 11 health. We got him halfway dead. He's going to take his poke, and then we'll be back to normal speed rolls after the surprise round is ended. That blight is a little unfortunate, especially if Snape takes a stun here. Which, of course, he did. Just kill this. Brody is 1 damage shy of being able to one-shot those things when they are not marked. That's unfortunate. And speaking of marked, we could go for that. I think what we'll do instead, let's just lick our wounds. Give Radar O'Reilly a little hug. He's been looking a little forlorn and sad lately. Stunned back-to-back, huh? All right, that's the way you want to play it. You can play it that game. You want to throw stuns at me, bro? Get stunned to your own. How you like it. Honestly, I think we're just going to lick wounds again. Might have been an opportunity for a Cry Havoc as well, but really what we're looking to do is move these guys around. Give me a mark. And then we'll see if we can hook and slice this guy forward enough to get him into position to start taking advantage of what we have done. So hook and slice. Pull him forward. Nope, he's not going to be pulled. We could go for the hook and slice again. Might as well. This guy is 50% resistant to move, but that time we got it through. Comes our Butcher's Cut. Nothing to worry about. 3 damage, moderate. We're not a problem. In fact, I'm so not worried I am going to go ahead and Cry Havoc. We'll take the aggregate stress relief. We've got the mark down already, so let's go ahead and have Snape drop a heal on himself. Picking up 6. He resists the bleed. The miss, though, Cousin Matthew? The miss? If only you had done the same thing with that tree, we'd all be in a better place right now. Why did we get 5 stress around the board? We are not toying with this man. I'm a little snarky about that stress. Also, he could have been dead if Matthew Crawley had just not whiffed. All you had to do was connect, bro.
So too will resist.
We still have 3 bandages. Do we want to hang on to those? I kind of do. What would we want to get rid of? Because I definitely don't want to leave cash lying around. We're poor. We're not just poor. We're so poor we can't even pronounce it properly. We po. You know what? So long, dog biscuit. If my choices are a dog biscuit or 250 gold, I'm going to take the 250 gold. Because like I've mentioned previously, I've actually eaten dog biscuits before, and they're not really worth 250 gold. That's for damn sure. Abyssal Artillery here. We could go for the early mark, but that critical is nice. That opens the door for maybe a Hound's Rush to take this guy down. Alternatively, we could just work the stun. Let's work the stun and see if we can avoid some stress. There it is. All right, this man is dead in like 7 different directions. If we get even a 1-point bleed here, he's down to 2 health. We're still going to have to hit him again. But before we do that, let's go ahead and miss this man. Perfect. Alright, these guys are going to munch on us. There's a little blight damage. If we get a bunch of blight stacked up, we can use an anti-venom. We do have some. That critical. Yeah, we're critical blight. Yeah, that's no good. Taking the drums of debilitation. We're going to leave us marked, but only 1 hit point. Resisted the debuff anyway. We're definitely going to want to go for the big heal. 12 points. Alright, that patches us up completely. This man, we don't have to attack him again because he already has fatal damage. So let's not bother. Let's just concentrate our efforts on the people who are actually causing problems here. See if we can kill this guy. You gotta be shitting me, Brody. Back-to-back misses. I know you got rabies. Are you losing sensation in your hands? What is it? Are these guys wet and you've got such severe hydrophobia that you're afraid to even approach them? Yeah, it's the kind of dank commentary you get with Perfidious Pete. I'll tell you all about the symptoms of rabies.
Death by inches.
Death by inches? I'd rather be death by miles. Just have that guy be one-shot kill. Everybody in our party is blighted. Perfect. That's exactly the way I was planning it. I was hoping we'd get to bleed. It would have been fatal damage. More damage for Snape. Resisted the blight that time, but we are going to need to heal him. Kill from Cousin Brody. We can't afford to kill this guy, so we're gonna have to try and throw a flashbang and maybe go for the stun, which worked. We got to get a heal off on Snape is why. It also means nobody else can kill him, so we're gonna have you mark him up. Snape, you got to get off a weird reconstruction here, dog. 16. All right, well that undid most of your damage. Anti-venom, Crawley, you're fine. We're just gonna have you throw a pointless mark as well. His debuff is gone. We're going to actually lick our wounds here. And then all we need to do to come out of this unscathed is win one speed roll. All right. Well, 2 speed rolls if Cousin Matthew pulls his patented I can't hit a goddamn thing. Except for a giant, easily avoidable tree.
Pride precipitates.
Right, so, you know what? Drink this. And drink that. I would rather have the heirloom. We might as well get some mileage out of the anti-venom. We did pay for it. Unlock strong box. Contents are ours. All right. A little more cash. It's fine. A few extra cash and prizes. There's a room battle here, which means we gotta go. Do we want to fight the hallway battle to get there? Honestly, I'd rather burn the shovel and take the shot at whatever this curio that is unseen. Earlier, we went around this to try and avoid doing that, but if I can skip this hallway battle, I kind of want to. We're taking a lot of walking around stress, though. We still have abundance of shovels. What's our curio? I can never remember what it is on this thing. This is the occult scrawlings. It's not anti-venom. Is it a torch? No, we're not supposed to burn them. Yeah, you know what? We're just not going to touch it. I don't remember what the occult scrawlings is, what the interactable for that is supposed to be, and we don't really need to interact with it. Let's just move along. Theoretically, this could be our last fight as well. This room battle might be our last one. I would love to have another vial of holy water. We don't, however. We know this hallway is... Okay, we've got a hunger prompt. Let's crank our torchlight up to 70. We know this room is empty. We also know this hallway is empty. Or is this unscouted? Well, we scouted now. Was that our last room battle? We're going to find out. Yep, this is end of dungeon then. And there's a hallway battle here too, so we went all that way for absolutely nothing. Perfect. Let's come down here, take some free stress relief. How's your trap disarm? 110%. Well, you really could use the stress relief, Henry Blake, so let's take you with the easy road. I've got medicinal herbs. Nope, wait, we already used them. Then leave the dinner cart alone. We've never been that hungry. We're fine. Torchlight's getting a little low. Yeah, but we're gonna backtrack through here. Our torchlight is getting low, but we're going back into known territory. We're gonna fight one hallway battle. All we really need to do is make sure we don't wind up in the absolute pitch-ass dark. And when we interact with this curio, if our lightness level is a little bit lower, we're gonna get you know, chance for bonus cash here. Sack's contents are ours. 500 gold and a journal page.
Trinkets and baubles.
The trampled journal. Sebastian's watch was his last. We were jolted during our evening's repast, the best we could make in these murky halls once our great house. From the roar and flash of black powder, we dropped our Oh, I thought this said we dropped our bowels. We dropped our bowls and hurried to him. All we could find was a spent pistol and a trail of blood leading into a maze of shadows. We press on. I liked it better when they dropped their bowels, actually. That seems more dramatic. Journal page, do we care about it? No. The 175 gold, do we care about it? That, yes, we do care about it. So let's eat this food. All gone. Take the gold. Am I going to abandon gold for a journal page? What are the odds we need these bandages? Well, none, because we're out of curios. Really, all we would want them for is interacting with, like, the desiccated corpse of a mummy. And that's not going to happen, so... We've got exactly the right amount of torches left. Got our light level dropped by 1, so we were 1 low. Oh, that sucks. You know what? Just kill this guy. You couldn't do 1 more damage, Crowley. You couldn't give me 1 more. I don't want to take a bunch of hook where it hurts. Hook this man full. That may put us in a situation where we can finish this guy off. We're taking the power vomit. Henry Blake taking 9 stress. Here comes the ball and chain. Snape with a nice critical. Fantastic. Way to save it all for the end, gentlemen. Good work. That guy has 10 health. We probably don't need to mark him. Let's have Snape mark this guy instead. Somebody should be able to give me a kill on this man. Nope. Oh, good. A critical puke. Wow, there's an extra 22 stress we didn't need. Now he's going to dodge every attack, and he'll get to hit us again. Just watch. I'm going to mark him to lower his dodge. All right. Henry Blake saves the day, sort of, a little bit. Matthew Crawley coming in with a nice 17 damage. This guy will throw a ball and chain at Snape again. Honestly, we should heal somebody. Probably Snape. Only healed for 3. At least he didn't undo the damage by giving himself a bleed. And then Cousin Matthew takes the kill. Unholy Slayer's Ring. -2 damage for plus 25% versus Unholy. Just put that on your finger then. Take your torch. Burn the torch. 99 light. We're going in. This is it. Final battle. Gotta get through this one. Not surprised the enemy. We're going to take a Drums of Doom. AoE stress attack. Alright. First time we've been hit with one of those. Then we're going to go... I think we just go Abyssal Artillery here. We could have marked up targets, but the 2 targets up front that are easily markable aren't really worth the trouble. 10 stress from a vomit. I hate that attack. Flashbang. Bring him forward. Now, anybody just hit him. That's all we need. Just hit him. I love the fact that you made me swing at him twice for an extra 2 damage, but at least he's dead. These guys just do damage. We're not too worried about that. Little damage, little blight. We're going to be camping right after this, and it's going to be an unnecessary camp. The critical, though, is a real kind of kick in a dick hole. Stop kicking me in my dick hole. For one thing, it's not that big, and you get your foot in there. It really hurts. 10 damage from Henry Blake, plus a bleed. We got to get one more source of damage on that guy from anywhere. You know what? Hook and Slice is enough. We don't care about the movement. He's got 1 hit point left. Gets no more actions. Fatal damage has been achieved. And we actually resisted a blight. Holy cow. We'll go ahead and toss the mark on here so that as long as we can hit him, he's dead. Perfect work, Matthew. Excellent job, buddy. All you had to do was hit him, and the minimum damage would have killed him. The least you could have done would have been enough. Now we're throwing the Hook and Slice to try and bring this guy forward, which he resisted. He's going to take a shot, and Henry Blake's going to chew his face off then. We're going to take a blight for our trouble. That's fine. The only thing left we're going to do in this dungeon is camp, and we are done.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So we burn the torch to make room for the Onyx. Do we want these crests? Honestly, the answer is yes. We do kind of want them. What would we get rid of in favor of them? Ideally, we would get rid of the firewood. You know what? Screw it. I don't need this journal page. I would rather have the crest than the journal page. We're going to continue adventuring.
Some experiments.
Excuse me?
You are doing just
I wanted to camp.
them.
I clicked the exit button instead of the God damn it. I meant to click the firewood. Firewood, Pete. You needed the firewood because now you got way too much stress and you just wasted an opportunity to camp. You had food. Good work. Good work. Thick-blooded fear of mankind is terrible. Severus Snape is afraid of everything. He doesn't like the unholy. He doesn't like people. Doesn't like Albus Dumbledore. Not really a fan of Harry Potter. Does like Hermione,
Women
however.
and men, soldiers and outlaws.
Word of our predicament has spread, and a new crop of aspiring corpses step from the stagecoach. We got 6 more recruits than usual. Well, good. Let's hope one of them is a friggin' antiquarian, because we really need the money. The hustle and the bustle here around the old... A jester, too. Well, it's time to stock up. Let's take a look at the stagecoach. Do we have enough deeds to do an upgrade? No, we have exactly 2. But that's okay, because we just upgraded our barrack size. So what do you got? A torn rotator cuff gives you 5% negative damage to melee skills. That's somewhat unfortunate, but... Is Finale melee? Solo is ranged. What about Finale? Finale is melee, so your Finale would have -5%. You know what? It still does such gross damage that minus 5% would not be terrible. Ruins Explorer is... well, it's there. So yeah, we'll take you. I see a leper. We definitely want. Necromania, don't mind. Warren's Tactician is excellent. Natural Eye is less excellent, but still... Lepers are damn good. We also don't have one, so let's get one in the party.
Understands that adversity and existence.
So we got a Gravedigger, a Leper, and a Jester. All we need really is a healer to go with that. Was there an Antiquarian? There are two. Two Antiquarians. Which one of you is better? You're a Flagellant, which is an Unholy Slayer. Your abilities also suck. You have a Flawed Release, which gives you a penalty to range, critical penalty on range skills, but you're an Unholy Slayer, and you have Fated. Flawed Release is bad, but in all likelihood, it's going to get overwritten anyway. And you have Encourage. You also have Get Down, Fortifying Vapors, Festering Vapors, and Protect Me, all of which I kind of like. We would have to buy fewer skills for this person, so guess what? You're on the team. I would love to pick up another Plague Doctor, but no, we really do need an Antiquarian. We need an Antiquarian.
Others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
We need a healer for this team. Leper, I'm thinking Leper, Gravedigger, Jester, and honestly, Vestal would be a pretty solid team, and we don't have an abundance of Vestals. Vestals are sort of your must-have characters. You have Unquiet Mind, which is fine. Unholy Slayer and Unholy Hater are both excellent. Your skills, not ideal. What about you? You have Thanatophobia, which is bad. Stress Faster is, I mean, it's not terrible, and you hate beasts. No, your friend is actually better. We're gonna have to spend some money to correct our correct skills, but still, overall, a positive pickup, and overall, where this episode is gonna end. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support really means a lot. And if you'd like to see this newfound band of ragtag misfits head down into the dungeon, where they'll likely meet an ignominious death, I consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.